Hello, Mike Matthews, physical therapist here with the PT411. Thanks so much for joining me. If you already haven't done so, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram so you can be notified when I come out with new content. We've been talking about neck strengthening lately. Today's video, we're going to go into much more advanced strengthening. And in fact, the first exercise and the main reason why I want to do this video is to show an alternative to an exercise that I see a lot of athletes do that is not very safe for the neck. It's not necessarily safe while we're doing it, and it's definitely not safe in the long term for our discs. The most common people that I see that are doing this exercise are athletes, people that do wrestling, jiu-jitsu, grappling type stuff. I also see football players do this as well. It's an exercise that we definitely need to cut out, and there's a much safer alternative that we can do that can be just as effective. Now, what's this exercise that I'm talking about? They're called neck bridges. You see people doing them statically, not moving, just holding it as an isometric. You also see people doing a more dynamic version of it where we're rolling our neck, rotating it, side bending it, or a combination of it. So what is the alternative? We need a surface that is knee height here, like our weight bench. And we're gonna get started by going perpendicular here. We're gonna rest our head up here on the edge of the bench, shoulders off, and all we're going to simply do is bridge up here, trying to keep our neck in a neutral position. Now, what's the big difference between this exercise and the bridges from the ground? While we are doing them on the ground, we are having what's called axial compression going through your cervical vertebrae and discs. You have your body weight actually compressing those discs between those vertebrae and creating less space. And over time, all that compression adds up and accelerates the degeneration of our discs in that neck. But when we do the exercise this way, we take away that axial compression. So going back to this exercise, we can work on it static by coming up and just holding that isometric there. We can do this for 5 to 10 second sets at a time. We can do it a little bit longer if we can handle that load with those neck muscles. Now we can add that dynamic component to this exercise as well. We can do it with our neck rolls, rotating side to side. We can even do our side bending here. With some higher level athletes, this might not be enough of a challenge. This might not work those neck muscles enough. So we can always grab an extra weight to put on our chest or on our stomach to increase that resistance there. And for the other exercise that we're gonna do here, we're gonna keep this weight, and we're also gonna grab a towel here. We're gonna get that weight inside that towel here in the middle. We're gonna wrap it up a little bit. We're gonna hold on to this towel on both sides here. And just as a reminder, good posture here. We got to keep that back nice and arched, that nice neutral arch in that lower back there, holding on to that towel. We're going to try to raise this weight up to our head. And as we're doing that, we're rotating our arms up. We're trying to bring our shoulders back, our shoulder blades back here. We're going to do a face pull with this towel. So starting off down low, we're trying to raise that weight up to our head, adding that rotation up here, and to really make sure that we get that rotation as our hand is coming back and trying to bring that weight up, we're trying to drive our elbow more forward there. Again, nice good posture with that lower back, raising that weight up, driving those elbows forward as you bring your weight back towards your face. Elbows forward, hands back. And the big thing here is I can't protrude my head forward. I got to keep my head back. And again, as we're working on that, we're trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together. I'll show you from this angle right here. Same thing, coming up, hold, and back down. And we're going to do about a 5 to 10 second hold on this one. Depending on your activity level, we may have to start off with a lighter weight, only go up in weight, only go up in resistance if we try the lighter weights and they are pretty easy on us and they're not a challenge. As far as the neck bridging exercise goes, it's a very advanced exercise. I do not recommend it for the vast majority of people. I made 2 other videos on neck strengthening. A lot of people will find more than enough challenge just with those 2, so make sure you check out those videos as well. So we've been covering the neck quite a bit lately. We're gonna take a break from the neck for the next couple of weeks. We're gonna go back to the lower back and the core, but then we'll come back to the neck. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. The easiest and fastest way to be notified with these videos is if you head on over to YouTube and subscribe there. You'll be notified a few days before Facebook or Instagram. Again, I'm Mike Matthews with the PT411. Thanks for joining me.